Well, it's that time. Time to go run some wheat. It's Saturday, July 13th. And I went and checked it last night, and the kernels are all nice and crunchy. I don't know if it's all ready. It was, planting was really drug out last fall because of just wet weather. You get a window here, window there. So there's, you can see the difference in the maturity of the wheat just because of the plant dates on it. But should be able to run at least some today. Let's get to work. I know these critters have not seen the combine or what comes out of it, but they're right up here by the fence. Oh, now they're thinking twice. Just a little bit of corn in the tank. See if I can't clean a little of that out. See what kind of magic they think comes out of the end. Yeah, now they like it. It's raining food. Now we'll go run some wheat. Well, seems to be going pretty good. The yield monitor back here says it's yielding pretty good. Let's see how dry it is. Crunches like it's dry. Don't seem to be sending any out the back. But the biggest trouble I'm having is there's some grass there, and there's another kind of grass farther down. This used to be the hay field that I plowed up last fall in another video. So I really wanted to get it run because there's a chance that the weeds could pop up in it. Didn't get sprayed this spring with all the rain we had. Getting a bit of straw there, and I think I might close the sieves down. Nothing seems to be going over the back. Try to clean up my sample a little more. Turn the fan up some more. I think I might be doing the rain dance. They're saying a chance of some rain today, and God, it's kind of feeling like it. Guess I'll run what I can. You can see where the grass is kind of hanging up there on the cutter bar, really slowing down the process. Cutting. Ain't too bad here. This part of the field was soybeans, Roundup Ready beans, so good clean field. run more than 2 acres yet, so we've got to be bare minimum 50 bushel wheat, and that was the outside round near the trees and everything, so I think it's going to do pretty good. I guess anything over 60 makes me happy, and 70 makes me really happy, and anything over that is just gravy. Maybe the clouds are looking that way because it's Saturday. I've heard the old farmer's tale that if you start on a Friday, you'll never get done. And it doesn't matter if it's planting or harvesting, just something will go wrong to prevent you from getting done. And I didn't know of any guys in my area that did that. I was talking to someone about it, and there is a farmer in my area. He will not start on a Saturday. He'll move the equipment to the field, get everything ready, but he will not drop seed. He will not harvest until he'll wait till Sunday. Not going to do it on Saturday. Any of you guys, I'd love to hear in the comments if anybody has got similar superstitions in their area. Yeah, it could be the Saturday the 13th. I really could be pushing my luck. That's worse than Friday the 13th. This part of the field here was hay last year, and it's looking good. Usually the edge doesn't get quite as much nitrogen from where I turn around, and then you got trees pulling moisture away, sunlight. We got these special trees that like to grow in my field. I suppose if I hit it, the power will probably go out. That's part of the reason this was a hay field for probably the last 10 years. I can't remember exactly when I planted it, but just between it being a bunch of point rows with electric poles at the points, kind of get to be a pain in the butt to run it with the bigger equipment. And so I put it in the hay, just a lot less hassle with the smaller hay equipment. Yeah, now that I'm away from the edge, it's cutting a little fat better too. I may have to open the sieves up and run it for just a moment with them open. There could be little bits of corn and cob and stuff stuck in there, keeping them from closing down like they should. And getting a little bit of straw through. And again, if things are dry, maybe I need to slow the rotor down a little. Seems to be threshing out good. Not get any heads in there, just straw. I'm tearing it up a little too much. I'll try that. Here's another reason it was hay. It's got this narrow strip here. Just a little over 3 passes with an 18-foot head and it's done. Okay, maybe, yeah, 3 passes. Plus, it hardly ever sees the light of day, so stuff matures a little slower here. get killed by last fall's plowing. But overall, I'm pretty impressed because we didn't do any kind of spray to kill the field. I mowed the third cut and we turned around and plowed it up so I could get it planted. Things were getting late. Figured we'd spray it in the spring and help keep it clean. And then the rain came, and I'm glad I got my nitrogen on early on this because didn't have any trouble with that. And then the rain started. Yeah, it definitely seems to be running better once I get away from the edge. And see a little bit of a tan haze there in the weed up there. That's that other grass. The stems are still green on it. It's a really fine grass stem, and it's just hanging up on the cutter bar and really slowing it down. There's some of it there. Some of it right in here. Had some overlap on my nitrogen in this spot in the field, just because of the odd shape of the field. So, oh yeah, I can hear the cutter bars kind of hammering there. Stuff's hanging up on it. Yeah, it's clouded right over. It was clear not too long ago. Wondering why I mentioned overlap on my nitrogen. That's why the wheat was down there. Over fertilized wheat, and it gets too heavy, top heavy, and good rain or wind will knock it down. So there's kind of, you got to limit yourself on that stuff. Know what your ground can produce, how healthy the wheat's going to be in order to fertilize it properly, so you don't end up having to scrape it off the ground because you overdid it. Here and take a look at my grain tank, and you can see how it's kind of hanging up there on the cutter bar. So let's see if my sample's any better. A little bit better. Now there's some unthreshed heads. I guess I should. Not the biggest kernels ever, but they're dry. I think I need to get that bottom sieve to close down some more. I'll stop for the moment, go do that. Well, the good news, I got my sample cleaned up. Got the tank almost full. I start dry. Then there's the bad news. I start driving up this little bit of a hill here to turn around. We'll put that on. And all of a sudden she don't go. So I come back here and look. The belt that drives the hydrostat is this fresh brand new one. Snapped right in half. So I guess I'm glad I got that other one, but now I get to do, like I was saying in a previous video, fixing it in the field. I've never had one fail this fast. I would say must be defective, because if I climb up here, ow, that pulley's hot, but the pulley turns, so it's not like the pump seized up or something. I had the spring set, but maybe that belt was slipping. I guess I'll go get that other one and throw on there. Snake. No, it's just a belt. But fortunately, I only got to walk from here just the other side of those trees because everybody else is gone doing fun things. So anyways, I dared say something about starting on a Saturday. Maybe I just proved it true. It was really starting to go good once I got the outside rounds done. Oh well, we'll get her fixed and get back at it. Okay, well, I got the belt replaced. Everything back the way it should be. I don't know what went wrong. All I can figure is the defective belt. It snapped clean off. No sign of it spinning out. I did feel like something was kind of shuddering as I was coming up this hill. Like the belt was maybe slipping a little or something. Granted, I had it adjusted by the book. Let's see if this belt makes her move. Shuddering. Combine goes. Go figure. Well, it's time to get the wagons anyways. Park this in the shade over here and run back up the four-wheeler and get the wagons. Get back at it. Already feels better. Try it again. It seems to be all right. Well, I did get the belt from, actually got it from Parts Depot instead of AGCO, which it was still an OEM belt, but some of the older ones didn't use Kevlar. The new ones do, so they're stronger. It's not bouncing around or anything. But even the ones without Kevlar would last a while, so more than a couple hours. Oh, that stuff's crunchy. All right, I'm gonna go get some wagons. Heading out with the wagons. 61.25 on for today. I should put the American on the auger. That'll be Cummins powered today. Combine's Cummins powered. This is Cummins powered. warm, a little humid. The air conditioning in here is kind of a nice break. It's like as good a spot as any. Now, tested the wheat while I was up here getting a wagon, and it's 14.1, somewhere in there. Definitely dry enough to run. I would have guessed lower than that, just for as crunchy as this stuff is. You can kind of feel some humidity coming off from it. I don't know if it's just the day or the little bits of green stuff that are coming through from the grass and little bits of ragweed, but I'm going to keep going. By the book. Seems to be pretty close to accurate. Well, I'm gonna call it a day. I got the wheat run that was planted on the old hay ground, and once I got into the stuff planted after soybeans, the low areas were still on the green side, cutting terrible, and the moisture went up. So I figured I'd gonna give that a day or two to dry out some more. But I really wanted to get that hay ground, or former hay ground, done, just because I was worried about it turning into weeds. The beans are looking nice. And the humidity's gone up. Looks like the stuff's yielding somewhere in the low 60s. So I'm pretty happy with that. Might get better when I get on next field. It's got better ground. Tends to do better. But I'm still pretty happy. Put that used belt on there and didn't have any problems at all. Guess I'm going to chalk it up to a defective belt. Stinks. Those things aren't cheap. Well, hope you enjoyed what you saw. There's more wheat harvest to come up. Probably put different tractors on the auger, maybe different ones on a wagon. That's the nice thing about wheat. It doesn't have to seem like it has the rush that the fall crops do, and you can play with some of the old tractors while I'm at it. So we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.